Hey guys, how are we? Well, it's been a while, but anyway, a lot of stuff happening around the world at the moment, and but I'll try and keep this video as short as possible and keep it straight to the point. So we've just had the midterm elections in the US. Things went pretty much as I had expected. They were talking up a bit of a red wave, and really did not think that would happen at all, to be honest, purely because of the way that the system is over in the US at the moment. And you know, that is part of a broader issue in the Western world, and I think typically the systems are broken. The political systems are broken at the moment, and we're going to see just repeats of what happened in the US over and over again, and a lot of civil unrest around the world, even in you know, France, Germany. Doesn't matter where you look, you have a lot of riots, a lot of civil unrest. I did see some video the other day of riots in Athens with Molotov cocktails and all sorts of things. And really, basically, that was instigated by the unions. And if you watch my videos in the previous couple of months, you would know that I said that was going to happen. I said militant unionism would be the biggest threat to Western democracies in the near future. And that's exactly what's happening. What you're seeing is unions basically saying, look, our members don't have enough money, they're not earning enough to counter inflation, and they're seeking more rights and more benefits and that sort of stuff. And that's exactly what we're seeing at the moment. So expect more and more of this. But the broader context of what you're seeing at the moment is really a dismantling of the West, Western powers, the United States, Canada, Australia, the United Kingdom. And what you're seeing is a resurgence of, you know, like it's going to be a neo-colonial environment, but that's probably another step or two above where we are at the moment. Anyway, it's a new order of the old order. Kings and queens and lords, rich landowners, and then your serf class, which is basically what we're seeing emerge at the moment, with a lot of people on subsistence living or dependent on food banks. Food banks around the world are being run dry at the moment. So, you know, really what they're trying to do is pose the question of the universal basic income. That's what they want to bring about. And neo-feudalism, that's what I was looking for. So you're basically looking at the rise of a neo-feudal civilization, and it's not just in the West, they're pushing for this globally. And these are your friends from the WEF, etc. So expect more and more of these sort of events to occur as times get more and more difficult, and that's basically what we're looking at the moment. So keep that in mind when you're trying to put things in context. I do have a couple of friends, so there's about 3 or 4 people that I know that are still in Australia, and at the moment they're saying, oh look, where do we go? And I have seen a lot of comments on the Telegram group with the overseas exiles, and on the Facebook group, a lot of people saying, oh, you know, where do we go? What is the best place to go? And I've been saying for some time, I'm not sure, or I'm not convinced that places like Brazil or South America are the key, even Mexico. And I know there's a lot of people that sort of speak very highly of it. But as I said previously, is that Latin American countries are very, very susceptible to government and economic instability. And that's what we're seeing in Brazil at the moment. And I certainly have my opinions as to what happened in Brazil last week or a couple of weeks back, and whether or not things are legitimate. But look, this is going to continue to happen right around the world, so keep that in mind. So there are a few options if you're looking to relocate, but I think some of the best places that the world has to offer at the moment are places like Thailand. And you know, it's one of the reasons why we're here, is that there is general stability, as well as a willingness to be impartial, to be on the sidelines in regards to geopolitical activity. So as much as Thailand has talked up joining the BRICS, there is a willingness to remain impartial in regards to different conflicts that are happening around the world, even between China and the US, in Taiwan, etc. And I think that's very, very healthy. That's a healthy place to be. So look, Thailand at this point is my bet. Not saying that it's going to be like that indefinitely, but certainly is a very good option at this point. So just keep that in mind. Certainly not trying to talk it up and say, hey, this is the promised land, because it certainly isn't. There's certainly things here that frustrate me every single day of the week. But in regards to what we left in Australia, in particular Queensland, where we're from, they've just announced an amber alert, which means they have to wear face masks again. And it really would not surprise me that they'll be going back into restrictions and lockdowns again before long. As much as they say that they won't, I very much doubt that. So the leaders in Queensland have enjoyed a lot of political clout over the last couple of years, and having to relinquish those emergency powers is certainly not something that they're going to want to do. So expect that. When I was in Queensland, I got stuck there after wanting to go back for a couple of weeks. We were stuck there for 8 months trying to leave without being able to leave. And basically you could predict them having an outbreak at certain times, usually within a day or two of a emergency power being sunsetted. So look, this is not going to stop anytime soon. This is part of the neo-feudal system that they want to instigate, and that's what's happening. So that's the broader context. As I said, things are not going to get better. They're going to get worse before they even get better. So just keep that in mind with whatever it is that you're doing. And as I've said to you before, and I'll say it again, if you're thinking of relocating, if you're thinking of moving, do it now. Do not wait, because things are going to get worse and worse as the weeks and the months go by. As the global economy starts or continues to contract, you're going to see more difficulties emerge. The other thing that I think is of note at the moment is for people to get their money out of crypto exchanges. I've been saying it for some time, and to see the FTX exchange file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy is certainly not a surprise. And this is exactly what I've been saying for the last couple of months. A lot of people don't listen to what I say, and then complain. And well, you know, we know because we've got money tied up in an exchange at the moment. So and it's impossible to get it out. So just keep that in mind with what you're doing at the moment. We're heading into very, very turbulent times. And you want to control your assets, and that's really where you want to be. If you're going to buy gold and silver, you want to collect the gold and silver. If you're in your superannuation, you can do a self-managed super fund and put it into gold and silver. That's if you're in Australia. If you're in the US, you want to get onto mygoldira.us. That's mygoldira.us, and sign up there to basically get access to the best gold IRA that there is, the most top rated gold IRA. So pulling your money out of super funds or IRA plans or 401ks if you're in the US, getting it into physical gold and silver is an absolute must. So keep that in mind. Anyway guys, going to leave that there. We do have some exciting news coming in the next week or so in regards to platforms. I know I've been promising that for some time, but it is almost here. So anyway guys, I'm going to love you and leave you, and we'll chat with you soon.